So we developed kind of, it's a combination of community room, there's a teen center, Parks and Rec will be there, some senior focused spaces, some library space, you know, and then some outdoor entertainment space. On there, we broke ground November of 2024, foundations going in, so we're gonna kind of just flip through some of these pretty quick here, just to give you a sense. By December, we had the building pretty well up and enclosed. January, we were pouring slabs, pushing along. Walls started to go in by February, kind of in the community center, the big community room at this point. Facade started going in last spring, back in March. The overhead door, which is kind of the focal point here, this is going to provide both an indoor and outdoor stage space. So for the outdoor plaza, there's a stage. Indoor, it's the back door for the stage. Exterior is pretty well complete by May. Bricks up, metal panel, all of our gyps going in that were dried in by end of May, first part of June. We're starting to get some painting finishes by July. You can see it starts to come together pretty quick here. The upper left is in the teen room, in the right is the community room. And then as of today, we're pouring sidewalks, we got the plaza in, getting ready for paving. Within probably the next 2 weeks, things are really gonna come together, we're gonna be just about done. This was one of the interior renderings that we started with. This is the main hall. The stairs to the left lead up to the teen area, conference room on the second floor, reception on the right. To your left, which you can't see, is the entrance into the community room. Behind the wall on the right here is the new Parks and Rec department. Here's where it stands now. We've got our stair running up. Well, actually, it's far more finished, I think, right now. But stair running up. You can kind of see the glass railing in, the light fixtures are in. This is the teen center. It's the space on the second floor. It'll be programmed appropriately. The finishes, pretty close to done here. This is the community room. Lots of beautiful natural light coming in. A little video of where we stand right now. That's the new stage. So this is the overhead door. This is the view on the left is from the inside, the view on the right is from the exterior. The idea here is we can hold indoor outdoor functions, so this door will be able to open up. Now stage on the outside, you've got bands, there's drop down movie screens, so there'll be movie nights, public speaking events, whatever else you want there. When the door's closed, you can turn around going the other way, the stage faces inside to the community center, so it's kind of an indoor outdoor space. And then just kind of a circle back to a rendering. This is kind of where we stand right now. That door that we were just looking at is that black piece in the middle right there. There will be siding that covers all of that, so when the door's down, the door completely disappears into the siding. You'll never know it's even there. So that's where we are. Just wanted to kind of provide a quick update to the town and the board members. We are getting close to wrapping up here.
Thank you for the presentation. Great work. Obviously, it's been a labor of love quite a few years. You were wonderful. Both of you were wonderful to work with. You were wonderful to work with. Jody has said great things. She's worked with you directly on a lot of the furnishings inside of it, as well as the colors. And Nate confirmed this just prior, so I'll make this announcement. It sounds like we are still on pace, and we have a scheduled ribbon cutting for October 11th. That is a Saturday, if I'm correct. I am correct, okay. Saturday, October 11th will be the ribbon cutting for the Husak Jensen Salina Community Center. Obviously, the public is invited. I believe that we have confirmation that both the Husak and Jensen families will also be able to be there. That's the most important thing to me. So it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful day. After the ribbon cutting, there will be an open house. There will be some food provided as well, so folks will be able to walk around the community center and see all that it has to offer and envision what the future of the community center will offer to that community. So I'm very excited about it. Hopefully you all are very excited about it. Hopefully you were able to get this recorded and it'll be on the YouTube page. So hopefully those who do watch the YouTube videos of this, they will be excited about this. The future of Mattydale and Salina in general is very bright. This is a shining star for the future of our community. So I'm very excited about it, and I'm happy. Truthfully, it's been a long process. I am happy that it is coming to an end.
Always.
But I'm very much looking forward to the future. And you know what? I'm going to say one last thing. The community center, while it's coming to an end, the future surrounding the community center and Salina at large is only just beginning. The work never stops from my perspective. I am having continuous conversations. I think a lot of you know that the town has purchased all of the property surrounding the community center, pretty much an entire block. The town has purchased it. It is under the Salina Redevelopment Corporation, and we are in conversations currently on future developments surrounding the community center and building out the property around the community center for future public uses as well. So there is a lot to look forward to. This is only truthfully, this is only the beginning. So thank you guys for taking the time, putting this together, and coming this evening to the town to present.
Yeah. No, we're proud to be a part of it. So.
Are there any other comments from the board with this? This is not a public hearing. This is more of a nice gesture from them and for the board to see that we're coming to the finish line here, so you can see the progress over the last couple of years. But is there any comments from any board members?
I just thank the design team for dealing with all of my inquiries throughout this process, so thank you very, very much for that.
We came later in the process, and it's been great to watch it evolve from the grounds, which we didn't actually see to where it is now. So thank you.
One of the things I love to see and it come to life, come out of the ground.
Yes.
All right. Seeing none, you're all set, guys.
Thank you very
again.
much.
Take care. We'll be in touch. Okay. With that, if somebody doesn't mind turning the lights up for me. It's like we just woke up. Alright, sorry about that. The first item is a public hearing for a local law to override the tax cap of 2026. Do we have a motion to open this public hearing? Do we have a second? All in favor, please say aye. Public hearing is now open. Anybody sign up to speak regarding?
There's no way signed up.
Is there anybody wishing to speak regarding this item? Any board members wishing to speak regarding this item? Do we have a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please say aye. Public hearing is closed. Is there a motion, for the local law, we don't need to receive that, for the local law to override the tax cap of 2026, motion made. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a second. Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Downs? Aye. Counselor Paul?
Yes.
Counselor Cicero?
Yes.
Counselor Carney?
Yes.
Supervisor Carroll?
No. Is there a motion to open the public hearing for a local law to amend the general property maintenance code?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor, please say aye. Public hearing is open. Anybody sign up to speak?
There is not.
Any board members wishing to speak on this? Is there anybody? No? Is there anybody from the public that does wish to speak that may not have signed up? Seeing none, is there a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Okay.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Seeker Jones.
No secret on this. God.
I'm gonna figure it out eventually.
It's not our zoning code, it's our property maintenance code.
It's just, alright. Alright. This came out of the closed task force, right, Daniel?
I think this was your recommendations.
Oh, this is the
We had
amendment to
already
the law.
done the other one.
Yeah, alright, so this is just changing language in it, so that way, There's some flexibility, Mark's is in the back. Mark, do you support this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Alright, is there a motion for the local law? Motion made, is there a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Jones? Aye. Counselor Paul? Counselor Cicero?
Yes.
Counselor Carney?
So we're just removing the no more than 16.
Yeah, so, because there's some people that need it higher, and there just needs to be some flexibility with that language specifically.
Should bring in variances as well, so it's not applied to everybody.
What's that?
Yeah, I'll vote yes on this.
Supervisor Farrell?
Yes. Alright, the next is a motion for the public hearing to consider the draft comprehensive plan submitted. Is there a second? Public hearing is now open, all in favor, please say aye. Public hearing is open, is there anybody signed up to speak? Mr. Gordon, I know you're here, bear with me, okay?
There's nobody signed up to speak.
Is there anybody here wishing to speak on the comprehensive plan? Okay. Joe, with the comprehensive plan, we can close the public hearing today?
That's correct.
We are waiting for county planning to, give a referral back to us.
Yeah, that is correct.
They're meeting tomorrow.
That is correct.
The comprehensive plan, the county planning does have it, correct? Mr. Lopez?
Yes, sir.
Because of this, we will have to have a special meeting. When do we have to have this? We have to do it by the end of this month, Mr. Gordon, is that correct? Because of grant funds, correct?
Correct.
There's grant funds attached to the comprehensive plan being passed. It has to be passed,
Has to be adopted.
it has to be adopted. By the end, September 30th is the last day. Alright, so when's the earliest we can schedule this public hearing?
I mean, we can do it Friday this week if we wanted to. I would prefer to do it next Monday, like at this time if we could.
Let me take a look. Alright, let's do it Tuesday. Let's do it Tuesday, September 30th. So that way it gives everybody a full week.
Okay.
Is that fair for everybody? That is also the very last day that we can do it. That is my second question for everybody. We're organizing this now before we go forward with the rest of the public hearing.
You know, me and, late, later,
Is 5:30 going to work?
yes.
5:30 would work for everybody. I'm just double checking everything I have going on here. Alright, maybe we'll do 5 or 5, but we will, before we go forward with that, we'll finish this public hearing. Is there any board members that wish to speak regarding this? Alright, so this has been a long process as well. Mr. Gordon works with EDR, Environmental Design and Research, right? And you were our consultant, the town hired you to help put together the comprehensive plan in conjunction with a committee, made up of town residents. We had a town board liaison, which was David, for the most part of this. You and that committee have made a proposal for this comprehensive plan. We don't need a full presentation on it. I'm very well in tune with it, and I know the board is. We're also gonna have another week for us to review it, but I would be willing to give you a couple seconds here if you wanna say anything regarding it, if you feel the need. If you don't, feel free not to.
No, I'm good if you are good. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer them, otherwise.
Perfect. So between now and September 30th, if there are questions, people can also reach out to you. Okay?
Yes, they can.
Side note, did you
Mark, yes.
enjoy the pavilion up front?
I sure did.
Yeah, it's a beautiful view with the sun setting and
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely.
Alright, with that, there are no comments. I wanna just make a brief comment, regarding the comprehensive plan. It was a long process. It's not the end of the process. Even after the adoption of the comprehensive plan, it is a guide for the development of our town, regarding, commercial development, it's regarding residential development, it's regarding our green spaces and our parks. It really is a great guide for, the town as residents and as future representatives. Even when I'm not here anymore and other people aren't here anymore, who the future board is, they will have a guide to help them, in what the future of the town should look like. It is the first comprehensive plan, from my understanding, it's the first comprehensive plan in the history of the town of Salina as well. After the adoption of the comprehensive plan, the same committee is actually going to use it as a guide to rezone the entire town. What that means is, doesn't mean all of your properties are gonna get changed in the zone, but their zone is gonna get changed. But they are going to find commonalities within specific areas of the town where new, inventive, and more efficient zoning may be possible to align with what the comprehensive plan's future objectives are. That is the phase after the adoption of the comprehensive plan. I will say this, the comprehensive plan is a future forward comprehensive plan. It's one that, that I think balances well county goals of allowing for increased housing while at the same time protecting our communities, protecting our residential neighborhoods, encouraging home ownership in a community where we have some of the most affordable home ownership opportunities in the entire county, while at the same time looking for a more vibrant growth within our commercial corridor sectors. And that's something that I am very excited about as a young person in the town of Salina who is going to have a family soon. It's exciting to know that these are going to be the next opportunities for this town. So I am very happy with the work that you have done. I'm very happy with the work that the committee has done. I am looking forward to a vote on this on September 30th. With that, we have a motion to close the public hearing. Is there a second?
Second.
Public hearing, all in favor, please say aye.
September 29th?
Well, 30th. Did I say 29th? September 30th is when it's gonna be, Tuesday, September 30th. All right, public hearing is now closed. We're going to have our meeting on September 30th, and I'm not gonna be able to do 5:30. I'm looking at my calendar. We don't have to post it right now.
No, but, we need to give a reasonable time to everybody, a reasonable time to this, so if we can figure it out by the end of the week. I think
Yeah, we'll have it posted by the end of the day tomorrow, the exact time on September 30th for the public, okay? If we can do 4:30? Alright, we'll do 4:30, okay? We're gonna do 4:30, and I apologize that I personally can't do it later, but we can do 4:30 on Tuesday the 30th, so that's when we'll post it, okay? Paula?
That stuff just has to be done by the 30th.
Is that gonna work for you, Sam?
Yes.
Okay.
Which is significantly in the grant.
Oh, very good point. What time do we have this?
It needs to be adopted by the 30th, as long as that happens, we're.
Anytime, by midnight on the 30th.
Exactly.
Oh, alright, fair enough. So perfect, so we're set then, September 30th at 4:30, the town board, will vote on the adoption of the comprehensive plan. That's that. Now we'll move to the rest of the board, rest of the meeting agenda. Residents wishing to speak, anybody saying that?
Yes, I have Felicia Doyle.
Sam, thank you again, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, I need your name, I know you spoke before, I need your name, your address, for the record, you get 3 minutes, and the floor is yours.
Okay, Felicia Doyle, 103 Maple Lane. I spoke with you before about the, traffic down Maple Lane, and, I signed turned the petition in, and that was wonderful. However, what I found out from my neighbors, they are extremely upset, as much as our end, their end down with Bell Terrace and they said it's horrendous how they swing around, don't even stop at that stop
They have a
sign.
stop sign already.
Oh, yes, and they don't stop there, and, they were saying, stop signs don't work. And then one neighbor was saying, what about a camera? And others were saying, what happened to the sheriffs that were there? And when I came in to speak, I was told that you used to have, because I remember there were always sheriffs down at the other end, giving out tickets because these people were just going right through the stop sign. And coming off, Bailey. They'd stop them like right in front of my house, which, made me feel a little bit safer because they would gun their cars and motorcycles and whatever. But again, they were all saying stop signs don't work. So, I raised my family in Liverpool, and, my daughter and her family bought a home there, so I'm over there back and forth, and they have these little signs, and I was telling some of the neighbors, on the stop sign itself where it says stop means stop. Well, now they have in one particular area, it looks like a hose across the road with wires, and I'm not sure what it's for, but I think it's to check on the people that aren't stopping. So I was thinking maybe something like that. The neighbors were throwing out all these ideas. And one of the neighbors had some very good ideas. And I tried jotting it down. What about the sheriff? I was told you don't have a contract with them anymore, and why not? And can we? Because police presence is important.
So I'm not sure what a contract would mean. You pay taxes to the Onondaga County Sheriff's Office for them to patrol your streets and keep you safe. The town of Salina doesn't need to have a contract with the Sheriff's Office for them to do their job. There was a previous contract that we were paying them for $60,000 for the sheriffs to do what they would call enhanced services, which essentially meant that they would patrol our parks once in the evening, and we would pay the overtime of those sheriffs. I find that to be rather frustrating, seeing how as a resident of Onondaga County, as a taxpayer of Onondaga County, you are paying tax dollars currently to them to do their jobs. Sheriff's office in and of itself, sheriffs or police officers work their butt off. From a management perspective, they need to figure out how to control the streets of Onondaga County so that way our residents are safe. They need to make sure that they have sheriffs going through our neighborhoods, community policing, to making sure that our stop signs and our speed limit signs are being enforced. A contract is not going to, an quote unquote enhanced services contract is not going to improve that. I don't know why I would need to have, pay the sheriff's office to have them go into our community to patrol the street when we're already paying tax dollars.
So, if I went down the neighborhood again, because a lot of people said, oh yeah, I did this or that. Just because I'm retired, should we make all these phone calls constantly?
Yes, that is what I continually suggest to the residents that call my office, is when that's happening, and I'm gonna tell you this, we will call as well. My office will call the sheriffs and let them know that we're having a problem with stop signs being on, or our speed limits not being enforced in our neighborhoods. My office will do that.
Okay.
Okay, we do that. But what I encourage on top of that is the residents to call the sheriff's office whenever you have a problem, like you have mentioned. Call the sheriff's office and ask them to have patrols in your neighborhood to help with the problem. They should be setting those patrols.
Okay.
They should be setting those patrols.
Okay.
I'm going to say one other thing to bring this up. We have budgeted $60,000 additional taxpayer money that could go to the sheriff's office for quote unquote enhanced services. One of those enhanced services that we do, that we have asked for, is the ability to station a police officer on a back corner. Unfortunately, there is no guarantee when we ask them to do that, because they say that it's only going to be overtime hours. And if there's nobody wanting to take those overtime hours, we might not be able to have a sheriff to go there anyways.
I just mentioned to my neighbor that the other day I saw a sheriff coming down Maple, and I just happened to be out front, and I looked and I thought, good, but at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and there's no traffic. So what good is that, you know?
I think one thing that could be beneficial for both the sheriff's office and the residents is if you're making phone calls when you see an infraction occur, hopefully they're walking when those phone calls are coming in, and they can begin to project the data of when a lot of people are running our stop signs, and then they can send police officers to those areas during that period of time when they know they're getting the most phone calls. But again, that's the sheriff's office. I run the town, I don't run the sheriff's
Okay,
office.
but I know I'm over time.
You are, but go ahead.
As far as cameras go though, because a couple of the neighbors were telling me that if they had a camera and the cost of the camera would be more than paid for by getting the tickets given to these people that are continually making it dangerous for anybody to walk or to drive down these roads. What about a camera? No?
Any thoughts?
No.
We started with we improved the cameras for buses. We've approve the cameras for school zones. So I know those are kind of like the pieces that have started. Putting the camera right within a neighborhood, I don't know how that would work.
Well, I'm only saying this because we're the last road before Route 11, and that is the thoroughway.
Yeah, and one statistic that we've constantly had in our neighborhood watch meetings that the sheriffs have told us time and time again is most of those are your neighbors that live in the area over there, because they know where the cops are, where the cops aren't.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot
I
of.
know that because I've seen one car in particular that lives down, not on our street, but lives down, and I thought,
So there, a lot of the time it is
Yeah.
people are living right in your neighborhood because they know if the cops are gonna be there.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a.
all right. I
There's a-
really
There's
appreciate
a
it.
clever way to do road construction that we're beginning to examine. They're not necessarily speed bumps, but they're
Speed tables.
That's
Speed
I
tables.
was gonna call it a speed ramp, but a speed
No,
table
it's a
is
speed table.
where you raise the intersection above the roadway, which forces people to slow down when they come to an intersection to go over. That is something that, we are looking at. It is,
And what is it called again?
They're speed tables. They're a chunk of raised
Okay.
tarvia that when the car comes, if they go over it at their
This-
standard speed.
for the sake of the board meeting, I just want.
Okay.
So, but yes, we are looking for, they are an exorbitant expense, very expensive. That's okay. We need to be strategic about, if we decide to go that route, we need to be strategic about where we're placing them because of budget constraints for the cost of them. But it is something that the board is very, very much looking at, we're in conversations about, and we could hopefully begin to implement these over
I
the
just
next
don't
year.
want someone to be injured or killed, and then something be done.
I
Like
do have
it
one
has-
question for you because we have this later on. Are you still, you still are in support of the stop sign?
Oh, gosh, yes.
Okay.
Oh, gosh, Jesus.
We are
No, I got you.
Alright, we are
It's-
scheduling the public hearing later in this meeting, and I wanna make sure that didn't change, okay?
Thank you.
Yes, it was good. Also, Felicia, I wanna bring up one other thing. I say this to everybody because you've now come to the two board meetings. The first one was good, this one was a good conversation. Come to my, and you're retired too, so you have time. Come to my office, schedule a meeting with me, you and I can sit down whenever, we can talk, we can have a more robust conversation, not at a board meeting, to go
Okay.
through a lot of it, and you can bring a neighbor with you or whoever you want. I'm more than welcome to have these conversations and brainstorm and stuff with you, okay?
Thank you, I appreciate it, thank you.
Yeah. Do we have anybody else say that?
Next I have Tyler Volko, yes.
Regarding running stop signs?
I run stop sign, no.
Good.
That's the problem.
If you don't mind, I just need the name and address. You do get 3 minutes. I let her have more of a platform, because I knew what the conversation was regarding, but I'm gonna hold it back so we can keep the meeting moving.
Yeah, so Tyler Galvin, 101 Maple Lane. I'm here to talk about the same thing as far as stop signs. We've had this conversation before about the stoplight back in June, I think it was. The one on 11 and Bailey Road. So I'm just really here to reiterate what Felicia's saying. Like, I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I see the same stuff going on over and over again. And then, as far as the stop sign at Bell Terrace and Maple Lane, I think it is a great idea, but then, the guy that's, running for town supervisor, Ralph, he had stopped by to, talk and everything, and we started talking about the speed bumps. So, you're saying a speed table, which is also a great idea, but then, one thing that I was talking to Felicia about as we continue to have these conversations is that, if we were to put a stop sign at Bell Terrace, if we were to do speed bumps, speed tables, my only concern would be, now we're just moving the problem over to the rest of Elbow, the one that connects to Bailey Road. Not just that, elbow that, from 11 into that stop sign. So, my big thing, it's gonna be more of a cost, as you said, about those speed tables, but now we should also consider looking at Elbow Road, Cause I'm all about Maple Lane, I have kids, I have neighbors that have kids. People walk from the other side of Bailey Road down, Maple Lane and everything, so we always have people on the street, we have dog walkers, all this and that, but it's so dangerous, so.
You're saying you're concerned, and I think Elbow Road has, I think, a similar problem as Bell Terrace. I don't think I think there is already a problem on Elbow and Bell Terrace jointly.
And the reason that you bring up the stops, or the stop light at Bailey 11 is because if I wanna turn left, I'm gonna go down Maple
Mm-hmm.
to be able to go down,
Yep.
cut through and go to 11, because I can't make that left light, so that's why there's a lot of extra traffic that goes through there.
And it does get worse during the school year, because now, you know, everybody, like the teachers that live in our neighborhoods and everything, they're back to school, they don't get home till 5. So the people that are, you know, coming through our neighborhood anyways, trying to get home or whatever, so they're now speeding down the road when all of those people and the kids are walking down the streets, and it's even worse. So that, you know, it's just one big thing. I really think that if we are gonna look at those speed tables or speed bumps or anything, I really think that it should be a huge consideration and be done, you know, within the next year. So,
What we are working
or
on.
change the light, like, come on.
The light is a state
Yeah,
thing.
I know.
We would love them to change it. We are starting our budget process very shortly, so the speed tables is something, I'm gonna tell you this though. The expensive one of them, it's probably enough, like, we could probably do one a year
1 year.
to start. The cost of them is in excess of over $100,000. So I just want, yeah, so with those, everything you brought up are great points. From my perspective, I think the town board perspective, but being here, I can understand the restrictions and difficulties of trying to find a solution. We're dedicated to trying to find a solution. There isn't a quick shot in the arm solution yet, but it is something, you guys aren't the first ones, obviously, but you are a continuation of people that say we are having problems. In fact, I saw somebody today when I was out talking to neighbors, while I was at a door. There was somebody that was literally burned through a stop sign while taking a left. It happens all over our community. I think it's a bigger issue. I think people should be slower to drive. Think about it, when you're driving through a neighborhood with houses, there are kids.
If we can enforce the law, from law enforcement, we have, you know, state legislators helping us enforce the law, then we more penalties for people that broke the law, but that's another story.
Yeah.
All right, I appreciate the comments, okay? Thank you both. Are there anybody else?
I have Denise in the back.
Miss Sandra Beth.
This isn't what I came to see. Denise Sandra at 128 Hamden Drive. This isn't what I came to talk about, but I'm going to affirm that money spent on speed tables is well spent. They're around Don Greek School. Change what's going on there. They're around the city and they're effective. There's multiple communities in Maine that I've experienced with, and they are using speed tables. Changes the whole dynamic. They're very effective. I know they're costly, but they're worth the money. So what I really came to speak about to all of you is that there were work crews on Hampton Drive back in the beginning of August, in the worst heat wave, digging up and replacing the storm drains on Hampton Drive. I want to say that the crews were exceptional, persistent, professional. The work looks great, and I'm looking forward to an improvement in flooding on Hampton Drive. So, thank you.
I appreciate the support of words. Anybody else?
Yep, I have Linda Furniture.
Hello?
Hello.
Name and address?
Yep, Linda Granger, 102 Canyon Ave, Syracuse, up near Shop City. 3 quick things. First, the 298 and Newport, I think it's called Short Street. Just wanna know what the plans are between the state, I don't know, no, not the state, the town of DeWitt. Who's gonna pay for it? Are they gonna open it back up? So it's just a big hassle for a lot.
Town Line Road? What road are you talking
Yeah,
about?
tell them, bro.
Is it Town Line Road? Okay, 290, I thought,
Have you called the state DOT?
yeah.
What are their plans?
Everybody's passing the buck, so.
I'm gonna put it this way, there is no buck to pass, that is a state road.
I know you said that it's half owned by,
No, it's a state road, the state has maintained the road for decades, they have repaved the road, they have fixed the potholes on the road, they have striped the road. All of the sewer infrastructure and water infrastructure under the road is owned by Onondaga County, it's not owned by the town. There's 0 town addresses on that road. The town of Salina does not own any municipal road that doesn't have a town address on it. In fact, there's not a single town resident that lives on that road. We don't own any road.
Have you addressed it with them? Have you-
Yes.
Okay,
So that's where this is obviously well rehearsed for a reason.
okay.
This is a state road. It has always been a state road. It is a road where there is a municipal line down the center of it.
Right.
The state has a responsibility to take care of it. Again, we pay a lot of tax dollars to New York State for them to maintain and fix our roads. This is one of them. It's a small one. They had an opportunity to do it when they actually paved over 298. One last thing, this little section of state road connects two other state roads. Newport Ave is a state road, 298 is a state road. That town line road that's open serves as an effective turnaround for their snowplows to go between those two roads. If anybody ruined that road, it's more than likely that their town plows are the ones that did it. So I appreciate you coming. This is a great opportunity for me to soundboard up this. New York State needs to fix this road. They should do it immediately. It's a disservice to the taxpayers of Salina. It's a disservice to the taxpayers of the town of DeWitt. And until they do it, we're gonna continue to voice our opinions that they need to get out.
So we should continue to voice it.
You and every one of the neighbors, as I talked about me calling the sheriff's office from my office,
Yeah.
I will call the DOT from my office. They're not taking my phone calls, majority of this, but I will continue to call them, and I'm going to say every resident in the town that has a problem with this, they should call them as well.
So would a petition again or something like that?
I think it would be, I think all efforts to put pressure on the state to solve this problem will be effective, and I will support it.
Okay, all right. Second question. So the recent sale of Shop City, I live up at the top of Painter Ave on Shop City. So my concern is, you know, I'm fearful, what they're gonna do with that. So I just want it on the record
That
that,
Shop City?
yes, they sold for like $1 million.
Oh, there's a green space you're talking about there. Is that what you're talking about?
No,
Where
the
did they-
sale of Shop City, the,
Oh, well, that's the first I've heard of it. So,
yeah,
The new owner has nothing's going to change.
nothing's changing?
He just wants to beautify the front of the building and see if he can make sure it's full.
Okay, I just wanted it on the record, because I'm really nervous about that area, because there's so much riffraff that goes. Speaking of, because everybody's talking about stop signs, there's a stop sign in particular coming from Shop City, right, like directly from Watson, that would run through my house, which it has. Not through the house, but three times we've been hit. So, the stop sign, just, I don't know what else to do. I mean, I asked and they put, stop means stop, but that's not gonna help. I mean, could you put a flashing light, because it's, seriously, my car's been hit, so I don't want that to continue.
if you want a stop means stop, I know,
There's
this
already
is
one
closed.
there.
We put stop means stop on signs, it works for a brief period of time, and then it's just like a normal stop sign. We can put a flashing
Flashing
light,
light.
that'll work for a short period of time.
I don't
and
care,
people will
it's
stop.
at nighttime.
Yeah, and we can do it, we can do that as well.
They went right on my property, right into a bush, and it was terrible. I mean, we went out there, I dressed them, took pictures of the cars and, and everything, but we shouldn't have to put up with that. I mean, and there's a lot of riffraff that goes by, and that's my choice, because I live there. But I'm not moving, I've been there since 1961, and I'm not moving, so.
If, I'm gonna say this, if the sheriff's office were working hard to enforce people, from not running stop signs, the sheriff's office would also be very present to stop and discourage people from committing other crimes as well.
I go to the Newport community, meetings. Yeah.
See you there.
Yeah, and they are present because they are on some of the streets, giving tickets and looking at inspection stickers and stuff like that, so I'm happy for that, but I just don't know what else to do. I would love to see it as a one-way street, but I know that would never happen.
I know.
Huh?
One-way street.
Well, I don't care if it's an inconvenience, but I'm just saying, because it's coming down that they run into my house, not going up. So, but that's it, that's all I wanted, I just wanted on the record that I addressed those three things, that's all.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Nobody else is.
Is there anybody else that does wish to speak? Alright, first word comments. Second word comments.
I went to the VFW event that my part was a part of, and it was a great event for veterans. I just want to say thank you for offering that program to my.
Third word comments.
So to comment on the sheriff's stuff, so unannounced, the sheriff showed up to one of our neighborhood watch meetings, not the last one, but the one before. And he had discussed that he's supposed to be putting a couple cars on the road specifically for traffic. He's bringing back the traffic task force. So that's really all I've got from it. So you might see there's a couple of cars that are out there now that they're all like blacked out. They call them ghost cars or shadow cars. So you'll see, it'll be like very faint, but you'll be able to see where it says sheriff on it. Those cars are supposed to be the cars that are attached specifically for some of this stuff. He just didn't give any details on how to ask to have those cars put in those areas. And right now it's just 2. So, it's something, but I don't know
Too
enough.
specific for the Salina community?
No, like too specific for the county.
For the entire.
Yeah, so it's not enough, obviously. So it's trying to figure out how do we in Salina get them to bring them over here, for at least a little while to try and alleviate some of this. That's, like I said, he came unannounced and kind of just gave us a little tidbit, but I haven't heard anything of it since then.
Okay. Fourth ward.
Yeah, we contacted the sheriff's office, and reached out.
Salina Police Force?
Well, we should have a police force because we have to, stop the encroachment from the city. But, I did reach out to the sheriff's office and I do have a contact, and we're supposed to send that TAC unit to the Lincourt area to watch over at the Lincourt school because of the excessive speeding that's gone on. So you can't just reach out to me, we do have a contact with the sheriff's office. All we can do is escalate it, put it on to them, and then they'll make that further up the chain. So we do have that ability to do so, but like the supervisor and the other counselor said, we don't control the sheriff's office. All we can do is ask them to do certain things. That's why it's also important to dial 911 and document incidents. It may not mean anything to us in the moment, but there may be somebody that you have on your camera that's committed crimes elsewhere. We don't know that. So it's always good, again, reach out to me, but you'll send me video cam footage, I'll send it on to them, and then they'll say back in reply, have them document the incident, contact the non-emergency or emergency number. So, we're all public servants trying to do the best we can. We're doing it for the people and for the community that we live in. And, we appreciate your patience. We're working together as a partnership. That's the best we can do for you guys, right? So let us know. We'll work together. Thank you.
Thank you, David. And I wasn't trying to interrupt you.
Yeah, we want to have a police force. Let's get a police force. We're actually going to one of those.
A lot of it.
A lot of it.
With that, the tentative budget will be presented, by the end of this month as well to the town board. I think I had mentioned it previously, Nina is working vigorously on it to try to complete it this week. So we will have that ready for you, we'll have it for you guys at the special meeting on September 30th. We'll present it to you guys then. And I'm looking forward to that presentation. I'm also gonna ask for a very brief, moment of silence. There has been turmoil all over the place. Doesn't matter where you go, stand on it. I'm gonna ask for a peaceful moment of silence for whatever purposes in your own heart, for calm and peace across the country. Thank you. All right, with that, we have a motion to approve the September 8th, 2025 minutes. Do we have a second? All in favor, please say aye. Motion approved. Mr. Engineer,
Abstain.
we do have an abstention for the minutes. There's nothing on the engineer's report. First item is a resolution calling for a public hearing for a local law establishing a three-way stop sign at the intersection of Maple Lane and Bell Terrace. We would like it to include a stop means stop sign, as well as hopefully flashing lights in the evening time as well. We're gonna throw the kitchen sink at it for you. We'll schedule this public hearing, what is the date, Paula?
October 14th, 6:30.
October 14th, 6:31 will be the public hearing. We'll be able to vote on it at that day, and approve it, and the stop sign will probably be up within the next day after that, okay? So October 14th, is there a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilor Downs? Aye. Councilor Paul? Yes. Councilor Cicerelli?
Yes.
Councilor Carney?
Yes.
Supervisor Carroll?
Yes, the next is a resolution calling for a public hearing for a local law establishing a three-way stop at the intersection of Hamden Drive and Medford Road. Is there a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilor Downs? Aye. Councilor Paul? Yes. Councilor Cicerelli?
Yes.
Councilor Carney?
Yes, for the public hearing. Yep.
Supervisor Carroll?
Yes.
we do that at the special meeting.
Alright, resolution setting a public hearing, the public hearing for the last one was October 14th at 6:32. This next one is a resolution setting the public hearing for October 14th at 6:33 to consider the 2026 Liverpool fire contract. Is there a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Thomas? Counselor Paul?
Yes.
Counselor Cicarelli?
Yes.
Counselor Carney?
Yes.
Supervisor Farrell?
Yes. The next is to authorize a one-year extension of Superior Waste Rush contract effective 1/1/26 to 12/31/26. Is this the last year we can extend this? This is the last year per the contract that we can extend it, and we'll have to go out for bid for this contract at the end of next year.
Correct.
Okay? Do we have a motion? Do we have a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Thomas? Counselor Paul? Yes. Counselor Cicarelli?
Yes.
Counselor Carney?
Yes.
Supervisor Farrell?
Yes. Mr. Attorney, is there anything else?
So I like that.
Okay. Do we have a motion to approve budget modifications and transfers on our, budget modification list?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Thomas? Counselor Paul? Yes. Counselor Cicarelli?
Yes.
Counselor Carney?
Yes.
Supervisor Farrell?
Yes, I want to just make one comment quickly. One of these things is for a trailer. We did purchase last year, a Bobcat machine to plow our main road sidewalks. And our highway department, will be tasking employees to do that this year. So, Mattydale, I think some of the sidewalks, on Court Street, as well as on Old Liverpool Road Electronics, you'll see us, plowing a machine, so. We need to authorize supervisor signing an engagement letter with Grossman St. Moore for auditing services for 2025 and 2026. We have a motion.
Motion.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Thomas? Counselor Paul? Yes. Counselor Cicarelli?
Yes.
Counselor Carney?
Yes.
Supervisor Farrell?
Yes. The next is to consider a resolution authorizing the court to apply for a JCAP, Justice Court Assistance Program grant for up to $8,063. I did that for you. I was hoping I was gonna get a reaction. For $8,063. Do we have a motion?
Motion.
Do we have a second?
I'm just happy to see it.
Alright, clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Thomas? Counselor Paul? Yes. Counselor Cicarelli?
Yes.
Counselor Carney?
Yes.
Supervisor Farrell?
Yes, the last, consider waiving the 30-day waiting period for a liquor license with Liverpool Convention LLC located at 441 Electronics Parkway. That is the Randolph House Hotel. Do we have a second?
Second.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Counselor Thomas? Counselor Paul? Yes. Counselor Cicarelli?
Yes.
Counselor Carney?
Yes.
Supervisor Farrell?
Yes. Do we have a motion to enter into an executive session for,
Pending contract negotiations and a personnel matter.
do we have a motion? Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please say aye. Alright, the town board will not be taking any action after the executive session, so you all are free to go.